Welcome back. Oh, that's thoroughly frustrating there. The game crashed on me. That's the reason why. I thought the game crashed for all of them, but it appears it hasn't. So anyways, welcome back to the, what we could say, the second part of the streaming with me by Savaloy. That's a first for me. Any apologies to the people that were watching it in the first place. Hopefully it'll be better this time around. Unfortunately, I don't know what lap they're on, or whatever they're doing. But it looks like their dance is past time, not Beckham. That looks like that is for 7th. No, that's. It's actually for the lead of the race. It might be for the lead of the race. Actually, I'm hoping it's sorted itself, but. Yeah, that's not lap 1. I think that might be on lap 9 or so, I believe. Yeah, we're back again live, so it looks like that Dance is stayed on the soft tyres. I need to get that there. So Dance has stayed on the soft, so Dance is still leading. Beckham has yet to make a pit stop. So, yeah, Beckham is down. Oh, I think it was PK. PK must have fallen down a bit as well. He's down to 5th. Oh, that's really annoyed me. I don't know what lap they're on. They might be on lap 9, lap 10 or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's so annoying. I know for a fact Dan's lap time isn't a 1:29.073, it's a 1:28 dead, I believe it is. So Bubble is in 3rd. And you've got Tater Day that's sitting in 4th. Then you've got PK in 5th, touching the gravel on the exit of Sabadell. Law is in 6th. ARC Kepmeister in 7th. Then you've got Matty. Pim is up to 9th. 10th place is Evbev. What's happened to 93? He's fallen way back. He's down in last place, so he must have had a moment then that we didn't see. They're on lap 10, so I believe Dan's might be on lap 10 now, or was it lap 11? That's what I'm not sure of. Is it lap 10 they're on now, or lap 11? Anyways, he's built up again a 5-second advantage. We've got 5 people back again. Welcome back. I do apologise for what happened there. The game crashed on me, which is a first for me. So they're on lap 11 now. Okay then. So second place is Beckham. Bubble is in 3rd. 4th is Tater Day. PK is falling down to 5th. Lost holds on to an excellent 6th place. Ahead of Kevmeister 7th, then you've got Matty in 8th, Pim in 9th, Evbev completes the top 10, Pro Magna 11th, Genserino must have had a moment. Oh, I can't show the replays as well. So Genserino had a moment at Repsol and he's lost that 12th place to 93. So Dan's is now on to lap 12 and he's already built up an 8.8 second gap over Beckham. He will have to make a pit stop. It looks like this is Dan's race to lose, really. Because Dan's has made a pit stop, Beckham hasn't, and his tyres look quite worn to me. Well, just over 50% of their tyre wear left in those hard tyres. Bubble's certainly looking a bit racy in that car, in that Honda. As he goes through Renault, nice and tidy, and then into Repsol for the 12th time. I'm trying to remember it now. Looks like there's a battle could be shaping up then for 4th place as Tater Day gets a little wiggle on the exit of Seat. And now PKMZ can smell the blood of Tater Day as he makes a little mistake again through Worth and then into Campsa. Turn 9 we go. Look at the fuel gauge there too, so Tater Day will have to pit. I wonder what PK's is looking. So it looks like second in that second place is his fuel looks pretty good to me. He's possibly going for a one-stop strategy by the looks of it. Don't forget they have to change tyres. Bubble will have to come in. Bubble will have to come in at this lap, so we'll keep an eye out on this as Dan's is on to... Oh, I forget what lap it is now. So anyway, Bubble was in the pit lane. So too is PK, so too is T. Look at the percentage of fuel that they have. PK 8% more. That could be vital for PK to come out ahead of T. And into the pits goes Bubble. So Matty now is in third in that Tabasco car. This whole crash thing has really put me off. It really has. It genuinely has. EdBev has saved 13% of fuel. That's pretty good. Now it looks like is 93 going to come out? Oh, okay then. So different strategies are being played now. So Bubble is on the medium tyres. And look at this. Tay today is having a battle with PK. And Tay's got a half a second penalty. What is that all about? Now, I just noticed that PK... Okay, PK is on the softs. So he's changed his tyres there. Bubble is on the medium tyres. Law is also on the medium tyres. He just passed 93. That is 7th. I think someone else may have pitted in as well. I think... Oh, yeah, Kevmeister is also... He's made his pit stop. He's on... He's now changed to the soft tyres. Pim is on the mediums. I'm just looking through the rest of the field. EdBev is on softs. Genserino, what's he on? Mediums. That's a bit of a good scrap there. In fact, they've just been lapped by Dan's. I think we're halfway through this race, actually. So, yeah, Genserino on mediums. What is Crow on? Crow's on... Still on the hard tyres, okay. And Matty is still yet to pit. Beckham is yet to pit. And I think 93 is still on those soft tyres. But he has to pit sometime soon. Surely. Oh, he's going to have to... Oh, here comes... He's going to be tucked in... Kev's going to be tucked in the slipstream here. And he's going to go around the outside into Elf there. 93, nothing he can do. He's on the worn tyres. And through goes Kevmeister up into 8th place. The gap now between Dan's to Beckham, 18 seconds. That's nearly a pit stop. Wow, he takes that first corner. Whoa, sliding his way into the pits. Looking at his fuel gauge, there's hardly any there. It's down to 1% left. So Beckham, who has still not yet pitted, I'm wondering if Beckham is going for a one-stop strategy. And looking at his fuel gauge, it's just less than 25%. So this is going to be interesting. So let's look at the Hellman Mayonnaise car of Dan's. What's he on to? Well, he's got to put fuel, obviously, in the car. Beckham is possibly going through the last corner. Maybe. What's he on to now? Hard tyres then for Dan's. Is it good enough to come out just ahead of Beckham? Oh, who is that? That's Matty, isn't it? That's Matty in third. So it's all up now to Beckham. What is he going to do? He's still got 18 seconds over Dan's, but Dan's got fresher tyres than him. He'll have to pit sometime soon, possibly next lap. And also Matty is still yet to make a pit stop. Oh, he will be pitting this time by. Look at the fuel gauge. Now 93 has fallen down to 10th place. So you have to pit sometime. Look at this fuel gauge though. I'm wondering if he's actually... No, I don't know. Because of that crash, the game crashed on me for a bit. I'm wondering if he's stuck with them same tyres and added fuel in the car. If so, that's a very weird choice for 93 to make. He'll you have to pit soon. Look at that left front tyre. It's pretty much shot. It really has. Anyway, Stance is coming across the line. The gap now down to 16 seconds. And he will have to pit this time by, as the fuel gauge says. So now Matty goes into the goes into the pits. And yeah, now Matty's going to be falling down the tail order. I don't know what lap they're on now. Possibly lap 16, 17 or so, maybe. Help us out a bit, Ronald. We're just keeping an eye out on the Tabasco car of Matty. I can't remember what manufacturer he is, Honda or Toyota, one of the two anyways. Let's see what he's going for now. He is on the mediums, is Matty. Okay. Now I'm wondering if Beckham could go at the medium tyres. The gap's down to 13 seconds. So Ronald says they're on lap 17, so there's about 9 laps to go. So Beckham will pit this time. I'm just curious if he will go for the softs or the mediums. 13 seconds in about 8 laps is quite doable, I would say. Just depends how much fuel he will put in the car. Anyway, Beckham is I believe the second last to make a pit stop. Still 93 is still make a pit stop at least. So Dan's has gone into the lead as he comes across the line now. So this is the end of this is lap 18 now, I believe. So Beckham falling down to 6th. He might go to softs, you know. I might have a feeling he go to softs. No, he is on the mediums. Okay, so medium tyres for Beckham. And he's down now in 7th place. So he's got 4 seconds to catch up on Kevmeister. Bubble has now gone into 2nd. Taylor D is on a podium finish in 3rd in a Williams. That's hardly unusual now in F1 for this year, to see a Williams in a podium finish. Law has done extremely well to be in 4th place. PKMZ down in 5th. Kevmeister 6th. Beckham now recovering after making that pit stop. He is in 7th. Pim 8th. Ebbev 9th. Matty down to 10th. After making a pit stop 2 laps ago. Gensolino 11th. Cromagna and now 93 makes his pit stops. And he is still on the soft tyres. I don't know if he knows about the rule, the 2 tyre change rule has 93. I'm not too sure if he has. But yeah, Dan's now with a 3.5 second lead over Bubble. Dan's using a bit of his overtaking button just to try and stop speed. Let's have a look at the overtake buttons then that they have. 10 people watching again. Hello, hello again. Yes, there was a bit of a very embarrassing moment as the game crashed on me. But as far as I know, Dan's is leading over Bubble, T in 3rd, Law in 4th. And I'm just going to have a look at their overtake buttons. So Dan's hasn't hardly touched his. Mermaid has used at least maybe say 30-35% of his overtakes. Taylor D is now down to halfway on his overtakes. Law is used say about 68-70% worth of his overtake that he's used. PK's used just over 25%. Kevmeister just over 50%. Beckham is going to be using a lot of the overtake button for sure in his one and only stint at least, as he goes through camp. So as he's starting to catch up on Kevmeister, so that will be a battle going on very soon. Pim, he's used about half of his overtake system. Evbev hasn't even touched his at all. Matty has used about 25% of it. Gensolino has touched his. 93 is now in 12th place, but still on those soft tyres, and he's used half of his tank. And and Cro Magna has not even touched his at all. Gap is sort of closing between Dan's and Bubble, down to 3.1 seconds as we're on to lap 19, Ronald? Is it 19 or 20? One of the two. Yeah, it's now down to 3 seconds, so Dan's is going to be looking his shoulder very carefully because Bubble is a-coming. Tell you what, this is a great showing here for Law. For a guy who didn't make the stream race at Suzuka, he has established himself very well in this race by being in 4th position. He'll have to make a pit stop though, as you can see by the fuel gauge, it is flashing red, so he will have to pit again. Possibly maybe down towards, like, say 7th or 8th where Beckham and Pim is. Well, probably, well, Beckham will pass him anyways, so that big gap there between Beckham to Pim, that is where Law should probably come out, because he will have to pit. What about PK's fuel gauge? He also has to pit as well. So the championship leader is, oh god, a little sideways actually through there. Bubble was actually in. Bubble was in the pit lane. Now, what is... Oh, Dan's fuel gauge is perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I think he's good enough to go to the end of the finish. So all the others then who are on the soft and medium compound tyres are making a pit stop because of the fuel. Beckham has now gone into 2nd. Now he's got 15 seconds to catch up to Dan. Is it doable? I hardly doubt it. So here we go. Let's see what's going to come in here. Loads of drivers making their pit stops. PK, Kev, Tate, Law, Pim, Mermaid, as you can see. Mermaid was the first to come into the pit lane. He is going to come out and he is staying on the mediums. Followed by Tay. Oh. Tay is now on the soft tyres. No, in fact, he was on that as well. Oh, who was that just went by the outside? It's Matty. So Matty's gone to 4th. Law is in, staying with the medium tyres there. PK is now down to 7th, but he's on the soft tyres. So what Kev Nice is on. Kev is also on the softs. I believe Pim also pitted, didn't he? He's on softs. So what happened with DA993? I think he might be disqualified because I think he's going to go to the finish, but the two tyres that he's on, he's been on the softs in both of them. Even though he's in 10th, he may get disqualified because he hasn't done the rule of the 2 tyre compound thing there. Gentorino's in the pit lane. He's on to mediums as we're looking at Bev, closely followed, well, chasing 93. Bev also made his pit stop. He's on mediums. I'm just going to have a quickly look at Cro Magna. He is staying on the hard tyres. So here we go. A battle going on for 10th place. 93 versus Bev. Kept saying go Pim. Eldorado Dragon saying go Beckham. Lap 21, correct, Ronald? I'm not too sure. Oh, you can see 93, they're really struggling with those tyres. He's running wide through Sabadell. And now Bev will have a look on the inside at Europe car, thinks better of it. And now into the RACC. If only he can use his overtake button, he can use it right now to gain that extra 10th or so, to gain that extra 5 miles an hour. He is tucked up in the slipstream. See the gap now starting to slow down, go down, but again, Bev not really interested in using that overtake button. Back on board with the leader, Dan, as he's starting lap 22. Correct me if I'm wrong again, Dan, so you can just help me by the lap thing. 13.7 seconds is the gap now, as there's Gensolino in the background being lapped. There's Beckham just showing face there at the last corner at New Holland as he comes across the start-finish line. Bubble in 3rd, 19 seconds, just over, nearly 20 seconds away from Beckham, but he has got it. Oh, now look at that, PK's up to 4th, and he's obviously charging out with the, something must have happened to Tay the D. Oh, look at this scrap here. Look at this. Right then, we've got ourselves a battle raging on for 6th place. Matty in the Tabasco sauce car, followed by Tater Day. Tater Day there is flashing red, and so too is Kev. The reason why they have red lights flashing is because they are using their overtake. Kev getting a little, had a bit of a moment through Elf. Again, we can't show the replay because we just joined this lobby because of the game crashing on me in the first half. But here comes Tay, looks to the inside at Repsol on Matwing. But Matty holds on to it though. We know how good a defender Matty is trying to defend his position. We saw it in the McGann Trophy Cup race at Brands Hatch about a month ago. Through Worth they go, and then into Campsa. Matty's got about 25% left of his overtakes there, which he is using it to his advantage. Pim having a bit of a moment on the exit of Campsa. T there now down to about 12% left of his overtake button, whereas Kev is also using the same at all. So let's just stick with this battle because it looks like it's the only battle that's raging on at the moment. T today looking very racy as they go through the RACC. Oh wow, T today getting a lot of curb on the first one. Don't touch that sausage curb. And here we go again then. Will Matty defend his 6th place finish because T is all over the back of him. You can see T using that overtake, isn't he? You see the flashing lights in the back of the car. He goes to the inside, going into Elf. Has he got it done? No! Matty holds on to 6th place. I can't mind what Matty called, Lateral called Matty, but it's definitely paying off. Here he goes. Again goes defensive, going into Repsol. Matty trying everything. Look at this, T around the outside through Repsol. He's going to get it done because Matty had a bit of a moment in the middle of Repsol. And now T has freed himself from Matty. And now it's Kev's turn to try and get by the slow Matty. Oh, here he goes. He's going to the inside at Worth. Not really an overtaking opportunity, but Matty runs wide. And Kev goes through. Up to 7th he goes. And here comes Pim going on the inside of Campsa. And he gets it done too. So Matty went from 6th to 9th in about 5 corners. His defending has hurted him, and he made a couple of mistakes, and he's done another mistake running wide through the Quaitsa. So Matty looks like he's going to have to be content to sit in that 9th place. He's got a 27-second advantage over Evbev in 10th, but Matty tried his best to defend his 6th place, but ends up going to be in 9th place. But look at that, Pim, who had a penalty in the opening lap because of his instance in the first race of Suzuka, he's actually done very well. He's got no overtakes though. He's out of overtake boost, and he's all over the back for Kev for 7th place. This will be a very good recovery from Pim. Into Elfie goal. The gatekeeper, that's what they call him there. Yes, that's right, the gatekeeper. Yeah, well, it looks like the gatekeeper has actually opened the doors. Just it's a bit late there, but he did make a couple of mistakes through Repsol and then through Seat, and then again on the entrance to Worth corner, and that's what hurt him. Meanwhile, gap now between Bubble to PK is now less. We've just gone over 5 seconds there. A little wiggle there. What on earth is Bubble doing? Don't twerk on the camera. What are you doing? Blue flags are being waved there. Looks like Beckham was lapping. Yeah, he's about to lap Cro Magna. PK Street was showing lap 24, so I believe this is lap 25. So they've got 2 more laps to go. And Dan's has pretty much controlled this race from the very start. Took the pole on the last run of his qualifying to get into, I can't remember if it was the 26s again, but there you are. And he has completely dominated this race. He's going to lead. I was going to say he was going to lead every lap, but he made that pit stop early on, didn't he? So a thoroughly deserved drive there for a win for Dan's. And this is obviously good confidence heading into the second race, where he will start on the pole for the 15-minute dash, which means the tyres will be down to, I believe, 4%, which means they should go on a no-stop strategy as he goes through the RACC chicane. I don't know if this is the last lap or is it the penultimate lap. Oh, he makes a massive moment there through RACC. He doesn't want to be doing too much of that. He does have a good enough gap anyways, to say the least. And we're on to the final lap now. So Dan's is on the final lap, closely followed by 93, but like I says, I think 93 may be disqualified from the event because he made a pit stop both on the soft tyres. Beckham has come across the line in second, up to, yeah, it looks like Bubba was going to hold on to third. PK in fourth. Law having a superb drive in fifth, but he is closely followed by Tavadane, as they are on the last lap. Law has used his overtakes, so too has Tay. You can see there that there's no light being flashing on the roof there on the car, which means they are out of overtakes. Kev's also out of overtakes. Pim's also out of overtakes. Matty's also out of overtakes. Everyone's out of overtakes. Anyway, meanwhile, through Lequaisa then for the last time in race 1 goes Dan's, and then into Sabadell for the last time in race 1. Like I says, a dominant performance from the Tier A GR3 Season 1 champion. Dan's goes through the RACC a lot better than the last lap, to say the least. Comes across New Holland, and he's going to take the checkered flag to win race 1 of the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. He comes across the line, as well as 93. Now we wait for Beckham, who's just going through the RACC the now. And another, he might take the championship lead considering where PK is at. No, maybe not. I think the gap between him and PK was about 21 points going into this race, but Beckham will finish second. Bubble will finish in third place. Good drive from him. Haven't talked a lot about Bubble, but he finishes at a solid third. PK, the championship leader, he will come across the line in fourth. Does his Arabit drifting. Let's see what's going on then. Law, superb drive to finish in fifth. Great effort there from Law. Tina Day will finish sixth. Seventh will go to Kev Meister. Eighth will go to Pim. Great recovery there for having to make the penalty in the opening lap. Ninth place will go to Matty, as I can try to get to him. There he goes across the line. 93 comes across in 11th. He was the last one to be lapped, as well as Gensolino and Cro-Magna. And here comes Ed Bev through Europe car and then into the RACC chicane for the last time for him. Getting the rear end of it sliding out, show for the fans what he's made of, and then across the line to finish in 10th place. Solid effort there from Ed Bev. So congratulations to Dan on winning the first race. Beckham second, and Bubble, that is the podium finish. I'm going to take a little break because I need some tablets because I'm not feeling well. Hee I don't know what on earth Beckham was doing there. He was like a leopard, see the cheater trying to get him. Anyways, we're going to be starting the second race. It's a 15-minute dash. The tyre wear, I believe, is down to 4 times 4, and the fuel is down to times 1. So we should be all good for a no-stop strategy. Everyone should be on the soft tyres, as this will be a dash as the second race will get underway. It's pretty much the starting, the finishing from the first race. So as it will stand, Dan's through Beckham is the first row, then third is Bubble from PK, Law in an excellent fifth, Taylor Day, Kev, Pim, Matty, Ebbev, 93, Gent Cerrito and Crow Magda. That is the 13 cars in this field. Hello Mr. Thomas, Mr. TT, how are we doing today? Good job you joined at this part of the stream, because the other one was absolutely rubbish because of the stupid crashing. Anyways, let's get underway. 15 minutes in this dash race. Here we go. Oh, Dan's got a bit of wheel spin off the start. He is already using his overtake. You can see that green light flashing. He is using that overtake. He must have got a bit of wheel spin. Beckham having a look to the inside. Dan's going into Elf, but Dan's holds on to it. Beckham still tucks into second. Then it's Bubble. Like it says, single file through the rest of the field. Bev having a bit of a moment through the middle of Elf, shortcut in that corner. And he falls down all the way down to 13th, and he's gone off through Renault. He's gone off again at Renault. Let's see what happened here then. He was having a look. Oh, Bev has gone. Bev has left. He went very wide through Elf. Shortcut through that, and then there's no helmet. Where's his helmet gone? There's a ghost in that car. What's going on here, like? Anyway, Dan's is holding on to that lead. It looks like there's a battle going on for second place, maybe. Someone's picked up a penalty. That might have been Pim, which he is. You can see his car ghosted. Someone else has also picked up a penalty. Who was that? That's Taylor Day, 3 temps. He'll have to consume that on the pit straight. So he's going to lose a few time over that, maybe. No, he's still holding on to it there. Look at the field of colours there. I love seeing a field of colours just like that. It's great to see. It really is. Anyway, dances through New Holland for the first time, and to start his second lap. Already built up a 2-second lead over I'm Not Beckham. Dan's is pretty much going for a Marc Marquez approach here. Absolutely just go full out the first opening laps and just hold on to the lead. Look at the background though. Taylor Day having a battle with Kepmeister and Law. Oh, going into L3 into 1. Doesn't go there, boys. Hold on to it. And then it's look at Law trying to go in the middle. Threading the eye of the needle was Law, wasn't he? And now Taylor Day's fallen down. 99's had a bit of a moment through Renault. Crow Magna's also had a moment through Renault. Everyone's going off here. What's going on? Pim's now down to 10th. Look at this. Oh, more contact between 93 and Matty. And that allows Pim to go through into 9th. What was going on there? Let's check a replay through here. Going into Seat. Oh, there was a bit of contact between the pair of them. I don't know if 93 got into him. I don't know. But it looks like no harm, no foul. But a gravel being kicked up like Kamsa. Oh, Pim's actually trying to defend his 9th place. Law one's right through La Chrysler. Gets onto the yellow sausage curbs. You don't be doing that. And 93's gone back by Pim for 8th. And now Matt Wing giving a little love tap to Pim. This is what happened to Pim in the first race at Suzuka. He kept on getting hit from behind or making contact with anyone. Crow Magna going wide through Europe car. It's all happening then through the second half of the race. Again, T going heavily defensive from trying to get by Law, who goes around the outside at Elf. Can he do it? He's done it. Good pass from Law around the outside at Elf. Solid overtake there from Law. So that's a good scrap there developing there for 6th place. Kev has freed himself from that gargantuan battle for what is 6th place. As we're looking up front, then Dan's holding his own, 2.7 seconds over Beckham, who was holding a 1.8 seconds over Beckham. PK holding on there, just over a second away from the bubble. I think by my calculations though, PK is still, oh, he's got a half a second penalty. He must have took a lot of carbon through Kamsa, which he takes his penalty at the right time. Only lost 4 attempts though as a result of that, so no harm, no foul, basically there for PK. Kev is into 5th. Let's see this battle going on for 6th. Law has sort of freed himself now from Taylor Day. Gaps up to 1.3 seconds. Taylor Day, who finished... What did he finish again in the first race? I forgot. Nom Nom saying Dan's has checked out again. Yes, he has. Yeah, he's checked out pretty much. Now then, let's see if 93 is using his overtake button, which he's not. Pim in the background, he's also not using his overtake button. So it looks like they're content to stay where they are. Thomas Pastiti says PK for the win. That's a tall order, I have to say. He's 6 seconds behind Dan's, but you never know, anything can happen. Stranger things have happened, like me trying to lose weight. Taking a bit too much curb through Seat and now into Ware for the 4th time. Just less than 10 minutes to go until the end of race 2. Bubble's gap has sort of stayed the same after he picked up that half a second penalty through Kamsa a lap ago. Kev now in a solid 5th position. We did see what was happening with Kev in the first race of Suzuka. He didn't look particularly comfortable in that first race, but I think in this race he looks far more suitable. You know, he looks a lot more comfortable than what he did at Suzuka last week, and it's showing it there. Strong 5th place there for the Mr. Kevmeister, formerly known as Bauka, if you remember. Law, I have to say, good shout out here to Law. Even though we didn't see him in the first race at Suzuka in the stream, he has shown that he can race with the big boys. You know, solid 5th place last a few minutes ago in the 26th lap race, and he's showing strong again here in 6th place. So a really strong showing for Law 226 in that lovely looking livery. 93 has sort of distanced himself from Taylor Day, nearly 2 seconds now. Just looking here there, I was looking at the map on the top right there, and the gap between Dan's to Beckham is closing. 1.7 it is now. I'm wondering if Beckham has got the magnets on Dan's as they go through camps. With 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in this race. Looking at their overtake system there, Beckham is nearly down to about 50%. Dan's has just used more than 50% of it. So Beckham has got more overtake boost than Dan's. That could be effective to the outcome of this race. Dan's just needs to be smart, he needs to hold his own. Gap you see sort of going up now to about 2 seconds, but Beckham shouldn't get Dan's too far ahead, because we've seen what happened to what Dan's can do. He can shoot off into the distance. You can't afford to do that to Dan's, and that's what Beckham's got to do. He's got to keep Dan's honest. He has to hope and pray that Dan's will make a mistake, and that Beckham is there to pick up the pieces. Let's have a look then at Bubble in 3rd place. 2 seconds now between him and PK. Kepmeister now in 5th, Law in 6th, Taylor Day 93, Matty looking, there we go, that's Matty right there. Their camera trying to pick up on where Matty is. Sort of closing a bit on 93. As I look then at Gentorino who was lapped in the first race, and closely followed by Cro Magna there in last place is Cro. There it is, just the purple and yellow Honda. For any sponsors that are watching this race, please do give Cro-Magnon a sponsor for the next race in Sacqua, please. Hashtag help Crow get a sponsor. Anyway, back out in front then, it stands, still holding his own, 1.7 now over Beckham. Looks like Bubble is, oh look at this, PK's getting racy. PK is, look at Bubble, really heavily defending that last spot on the podium. But here comes PK, dives to the inside and Elf, and he gets the job done. So Bubble moves down to 4th. PK now goes into the podium spot there. And Bubble sort of defended that quite late. But PK is now into 3rd position, and now watch Kev. Kev could catch them in a hurry here. He's actually technically in the draft there. Well, it's just gone over a second, so he's not now, but he could use his overtake button here. Coming down then to 5 minutes to go. Looks like we've got ourselves a 4-car scrap for the last step on the podium between PK, Bubble, Kev and Law. Taylor Day just holding on for grim death for that battle for 3rd position. He's down to about 25% of his overtakes as Taylor Day. But you see them a huge gap there between him and Matty, down 7.5 seconds. And look at this, Pim to the inside of 93 going into La Chrysler. Bit of laggy issues there, sort of there. Oh, a little sideways on the exit. But 93 holds on to 9th place there, and Pim stays to 10th place, but it's not going to be long until Pim will make the move. Does he do it in Europe car? That's brave. Doesn't do it there, though. Oh, Pim with a lot of carbon through the RACC. That's really going to compromise you on the exit going on to the start-finish line. Now 93 is using these overtakes, is down to 50%. Matty's going to have to start defending sometime soon from 93 because he's using a lot of overtakes, overtake boost, but still holds on to it. Eldorado Dragons P&W would be good for Crow. Oh, and that's a pass through Renault there, and up into 9th goes Pim. And now 93 doesn't like it, he's using the overtake boost to get that spot back. But no, has a little moment through Repsol, and he cuts back into 10th place. So we'll keep an eye out on that battle. PK has sort of pulled away from Mermaid Bubble. It's now up to 2 seconds. Let's see what's happening now. Bubble 1.2 behind, ahead of Kev, sorry. He runs right through La Chrysler. I have to say, the modification what they did in the final sector, I'm not a fan of. I hate the La Chrysler turn. I like it what it was before, when it was just like a 3rd gear left-hander, and then you had Sabadell, and then you had the 2 fast right-handers. The first one you could take flat out, and then the second, the last corner, excuse me, my throat's going a bit, and I'm not well. This is not working for me, like. But the last corner as well, you can take a little dab off the accelerator, and you know, that was what made this track a lot more fun. They added the RACC chicane into it, and I'm not particularly a fan of it, to be honest with you. But that's my opinion. I don't know if it's the same for anyone else's, but you know, Kev having a bit of a moment through Renault. Will that pick up a penalty or something like that? Look at him fighting. He's definitely fighting with the understeer with that. Is that a Honda he's in? I can't mind. Let's see what's going on then for the battle for 8th place. It's sort of spread it out now. Matty has distanced himself between him and Pim, and Pim has distanced himself between him and 93. Meanwhile, a battle for 11th place is going on. Genserino in that Toro Rosso car, Cro-Magnon in the sponsorless purple and yellow car. Like I says, we need to give Cro-Magnon a sponsor. He runs right through La Chrysler. As we've got 90 seconds to go until the end of this race. The gap now between Dans to Beckham is less than a second now. So this is interesting to see that Dans has got about at least 10% of his overtake button. How much has Beckham got? Beckham has used all of it. So the favour's right back in Dan's favour now because he's got more overtake button. As I think they will have at least 2 laps to go. Technically, I was born in England, but I've been living in Scotland when I was 1 year old, by the way, Chris. Okay, just to let you know. Anyway, back with Beckham, who is still within touching distance of Dan's. PKMZ looks like he's got that third place sold up. He's now nearly 2.5 seconds ahead over Bubble in 4th. Who's had, again, a bit of a moment at Campsa. So PK, I think he'll be happy to finish in 3rd place. Well, PK, obviously not in the first race, but he did charge up well from 7th up to 4th, I believe he was. But anyways, we're going to have a look at this lead battle then, because this is the last lap of the race. We've got 15 seconds to go. And Dan's crossed the line now, so this will effectively be the last lap of this race. Which means the other people, Bubble, might get 1 lap in. Kevmeister will come across the line to finish in 5th because the time is over, as well as Law. So Law will finish 6th, Taylor D will 7th, Matty will come across the line 8th, 9th is Pim, 93 will hold on to 10th place, Gentilino 11th, and Cro-Magnon will be 12th, who's had a moment at Europe car by the looks of it. Just dips some tyres on the gravel, tries to get out of it, and then the car just goes around. So Cro-Magnon tried his best to try and get 11th place, but took it a bit too hard. That's the fine line between getting it right and then getting it completely wrong. So Crow comes across the line in the 12th place. Dan's now holding on to a 2-second lead over Beckham. I thought Beckham would have catched up to him. I don't think it's going to happen here. And it looks like Dan's is going to replicate what PK did in the first round at Suzuka. Take the win in the first race, take the win in the second race. That is what Dan's is going to do, as he goes from the Europe car through the last time into the RACC for the last time, and then into New Holland. Dan's will pick up a 2nd win of him this season. He comes across the line, a double winner, a 2nd double winner in the Super Common Series. Beckham will finish 2nd. 3rd will be PK, and Mermaid Bubble slides across the line to finish in 4th place. And there is all the results there. Cro-Magnon, they were all like a lap down because they crossed the line first than what Dan was. So there you go. Congratulations to Dan, a double winner like PK at Suzuka last week. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. Yet again, okay, PK, what's going on there then? Did you see that? Actually, Ferry, yes, actually from Hartlepool, which is like a few miles away from Newcastle. Yeah. As my throat is about going, my stomach is really sore. I need more tablets, man. I'm so sick. Yet again, I do like to apologise after what happened in the first race. You know, with my stream being that crashed on me, hugely embarrassing. That kind of annoyed me quite a lot. But yeah, congratulations then to Dan on his 2 wins tonight. I'll save the replay. That's if Dan's watching it. So yeah, again, like I says, huge apologies to do 2 videos of this, with the first half of the first race being crashed, or the game crashed on me. Hopefully Lato will be back to help me out for round 3 of the championship at Saint Croix. So hopefully I'll be feeling a lot better then, and I'll get a guided lap ready for that race, and we will see you next week at Saint Croix. So till then, goodbye.